So in this first short and sweet yoga session, we're going to be looking at the hips. And to help the hips, we activate it first through the pelvic tilts. So as you inhale, roll your pelvis away from your heart towards your feet. And as you exhale, draw the navel back and press the lower back into the floor. Exhaling and inhaling. Next, draw your right knee into your chest, and then on an inhalation, extend your left leg down on the floor. As you breathe in, fill up the belly, back and chest, and then as you breathe out, extend down through the left leg. To accentuate this, draw your left arm up by your left ear. Each inhalation lengthening through the left side of the body, each exhalation deepening in your right hip. And now extend your right foot towards the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Or in an intermediate variation, take a hold of your right big toe with your right hand and place your left hand on your left thigh. Same deep breaths. On an inhalation, release. Exhalation, let your right leg float down to the floor. Bend both knees, again coming into a constructive rest pose. On an exhalation, draw your left knee into the chest. Breathe in and breathe out, feeling how each one of these positions change and stretch through the hips and pelvic floor. On an inhalation, extend your right leg down on the floor, sending the right thigh towards the ground. Each inhalation, feel the length of the right side. Draw the right arm up by the right ear. Each exhalation, draw the navel back, drawing the right knee towards the chest. Even inhalations and even exhalations. On your next exhalation, bring your right arm down. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling. You can leave it extended at a 90 degree, or an intermediate variation would be to take a hold of the big toe or interlace the hands behind the thigh. Maintain deep, full breaths. Inhaling down into the right leg. Exhaling, folding and feeling the left hip. On your next inhalation, release the leg. Exhale, let it float down to the floor. Now let both legs relax. Let the arms release out to the sides. Moving on, let's bend both knees, place the feet to the floor. Then open the knees to the side into Setu Baddha Konasana, reclined bound pose. Place your hands on your hips. Allow your hands to give you biofeedback, allowing you to breathe deeper into your belly, your hips, and pelvic floor. Moving on, let's bring our knees up. Open the left knee to the side, extend your right leg up, and then on an exhalation, open the right leg to the right. In this variation, it's important to stay attentive to the balance in the pelvis. Maintain the breath down into the belly and hips. And feel how the pelvis is the central station of both legs. So let's bring the legs up and changing to the other side. Right foot on floor, left leg up. And then opening the left leg to the left side, supported by the left hand. Opening the right knee to the right side, maintaining the right foot touching the floor. Each inhalation, draw the attention into the pelvis. And then each exhalation, extend, articulate out into each leg. On your next inhalation, bring both legs up. Lower your left foot down. Moving on. Exhale, bring the right knee into the chest. Outward rotate the leg and place the outer right foot on the ankle. And then draw this whole setup towards your chest, interlacing the hands behind the left knee. Allow this position to stretch the outer hips. This also helps to stretch the piriformis muscles that can become extremely tight from lack of movement. If you want to go deeper, on an exhalation, extend your left leg up towards the ceiling so the heel and the sole of the foot is pointing upwards. As always, continue deep, full breathing. So let's place the left foot down, squeeze the right knee into the chest, and place the right foot to the floor. Moving on, draw the left knee into the chest, outward rotate it, and place the left ankle to the right knee. You can remain here, or on an exhalation, carry this whole leg structure into your chest. Interlace both hands underneath your right knee so your legs can soften and relax. To help to protect your left knee here, flex your left foot at a 90-degree angle so it tones all the lower leg muscles. Second variation here, if you want, extend your right leg, reaching the right heel up towards the ceiling. As always, maintaining a steady breath flow, accentuating each leg position is an extension of the pelvis. Let's bend the knee, place the right foot to the floor, undo the left leg, and pause in constructive rest pose. Breathing in, and then breathing out, draw both knees into your chest. Now, reshape the legs so the thigh bones are vertical and the shins are parallel to the floor. Or, second variation, extend both legs up to the ceiling. This is a beginner form of Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Breathe in here, breathe out. A third variation here is to lengthen the arms and then reach them up and beside your ears, emphasizing each inhalation rooting down through the legs, each exhalation drawing the navel back and extending through the arms. On your next exhalation, bring the arms down to your sides, bend your knees, place the feet on the floor, and then extend the legs nice and long on the floor. Let them relax outwards. Next, rolling to our side, coming up, we're going to get a little bit more active through the lower body. Moving into child's pose, knees wide on the mat, big toes together. And then on an exhalation, draw your hips back to your heels. Then, when you've established your hips back, slide your hands forward. Root the hands on the floor, palms wide, fingers spread. Arms fully extended so the elbows are actually lifted away from the floor. In this posture, notice your breathing. Each inhalation, spread the shoulder blades and back body. Each exhalation, draw the navel in. Okay, moving on. Lift up, draw the hands back, and we prep into downward dog by drawing the hips back. And then on your next exhalation, lengthening through the legs, reaching the heels, lifting the kneecaps, and lifting the sits bones up and backwards. So the hands and feet are rooting, the arms and legs are pillars of energy, so that the spine and pelvis just float upon all that activity. Let the breaths be full. On your next exhalation, bend the knees. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Place the feet underneath your hips. Extend your spine forward. Then draw into the legs by bending them and breathe. Draw the tail down, reach the spine up and extend. Exhale, draw your hips back, and then inhale, extend up. Moving into Utkatasana, the squatting pose, and lengthening up into Tadasana. Exhaling down and back, inhaling up. Exhaling down and back. Inhale, rooting to rise up. Lower the arms down to your sides. Enjoy standing upward.